And both of those freebies are the things that are going to be canceled now. So I guess I'm just not supposed to get things for free.
Hi, universe.
Hey, I'm Morgan from the Very Unofficial Travel Guides. In December 2019, after years of running this channel as a hobby, I decided to take a huge leap of faith and gave up my 9-to-5 to spend a year traveling full-time for YouTube. Then Corona hit. Bummer. Now, as the end of 2020 rolls in, I'm trying to catch up on my travel dream and take advantage of as many opportunities as I can from my home base here in Northern Europe. If you like cruise ships, theme parks, food, and hotels with totally unacceptable bathroom doors, you're in the right place. Subscribe if you're new and enjoy the adventures. Happy Friday, everyone. I'm coming to you here again from my office setup. I've done this once before, and a lot of you said you thought it was kind of cool, you liked it. And it's not Sunday, it's Friday today, so this is not a Sunday sofa time. This is like a special edition. And it's to tell you about something that I think a lot of you have heard about already, or if you follow me on Facebook and Instagram, you've seen that Germany and a lot of Europe is going into lockdown again. So that's what I wanted to talk about in this video, and I wanted to tell you about how it's changing my plans and just give you a little bit of information about what's going on. And I've had to cancel some plans, some things that I didn't tell you about yet, which I was kind of excited about, and now they're not going to happen anyways, and I'm going to tell you about those later in the video, so stay posted. By the way, if you're new here, most of the videos on my channel are fun travel vlogs where I'm on cruise ships or visiting theme parks and showing you what kind of things there are to enjoy, what kind of great food there is to eat and stuff like that. I don't usually do these kind of like news style videos, but I just felt like I wanted to do this today, and that's why we're here. If you're looking for CNN Travel or Fox News,
you're in the wrong place.
So within like the last 24 hours, it has been announced that the country of Germany will be going into lockdown. Oh yeah, for those of you who don't know, even though most of my audience out there are in English-speaking countries, my home base is here in Northern Germany in the city of Hamburg, a beautiful city. I've shown it a little bit on this channel. I've shown it on my other channel too. So if you want to see that, go check it out. And yeah, the country will be going into lockdown from November 4th until November 30th. And we've done this before for a longer period of time at the beginning of the summer, like I think a lot of places around the world did, and it helped to sink our numbers to a very low number, and you can see it in the statistic that I'm going to put on the screen here. You see what it was like in April, May, June, July, and now you can see what's happening at the moment. The numbers of cases are rising, and the numbers of people who are losing their lives related to the sickness of COVID are rising every day as well. And so we're doing it again to help get things back down, which I can totally understand. And to tell you about what changes, I have a copy of this official document, or this like press, how do you say it in English? This press announcement. It's from a telephone conference of the Bundeskanzler, so Angela Merkel, and the other important people in the government, and it talks about what the plan is and why they made these decisions. And what I really appreciate, this is all in German, by the way, I'm going to try to sort of translate some of it for you. What I really appreciate about it is before they get into the new conditions, there is like a page and a half of an explanation about why these conditions are going in place, and it's worded with a lot of information about the numbers and what's going on and what needs to be done to change that. But also there's like 2 or 3 paragraphs here saying we understand that the situation is serious. It's not only serious for the health of the people here in the country, but it's also a really difficult time for everybody who's having to deal with this, for small businesses, for large businesses, for things like that. We understand that this is a difficult time, and there are also measures in place, and we are discussing further measures in place to help businesses survive through this time. So I just thought it was really cool.
Time changes everything, and everything will change in time.
I'm coming here now to the parts where it says, with all that said, the Bundeskanzler and the chiefs of the government have made the following decision. Number one, through the whole country of Germany, there will be some further, and it's like in, I know you can't really see it that well, but it's like bold. It says, you know, there'll be further conditions in place. These conditions will be over at the end of November. So it's nice that they kind of say, we're going to do this for this certain amount of time. It's not like going on until infinity. It's like we're doing this until the end of November. It says also, after 2 weeks, the Bundeskanzler and the chiefs of the government will meet again and see if we're getting closer to the goal. So that's also nice to know. Number two, okay, it says the most important thing to do in this time is to stay away. It says keep distance from other people and to minimize contact. Let me read it once in German. What it says is the contact to people outside of your household should be kept to an absolute necessary minimum, which is underlined. Number three, going outside basically is now only possible with people from your household or one additional household. That means you can have like the same person always come over and watch your kids, or you can go visit your neighbors maybe, but you can't have, you know, like me, the neighbors, and somebody else get together, I guess. It says here, number four, so this is where it's getting interesting and where it has a lot to do with what I do and the content that I'm able to produce for you here on the Very Unofficial Travel Guides. It says citizens are being asked to stop any kind of private travel, including travel to visit your relatives or for your relatives to visit you. It says that includes traveling inside Germany and also outside of Germany. It says traveling to any sort of foreign destinations is now only possible for necessary, and I don't know a better way to translate it. It says like
definitely not tourist travel.
So you can tell what that means. It means if you're traveling for fun,
not happening.
And it says institutions and associations that provide free time fun, you know, like fun time attractions will be closed. And then there's a really specific list here that I'm going to read to you. It says theaters, operas, concert halls, and similar businesses, convention centers, movie theaters, theme parks, and other offerers of fun time activities, inside or outside, casinos, betting stations, and similar things. And here comes something kind of interesting. I wasn't expecting to see this, but I guess it's important to mention that prostitution is now not allowed. The whorehouses, I don't know how else to say it, the bordels and other similar places will also be closed. So if you're planning on coming to Germany to, you know, sleep with a prostitute, sorry, not gonna happen now either. It also says, this is something that also is disappointing to me, that any kind of amateur sports are also being closed. So that means fitness studios like gyms, tennis, pools, any kind of like water parks inside or outside will be closed. It says events that are being provided for entertainment
closed.
At restaurants like bars, clubs, discos, and similar things will be closed. So it's like a really strict lockdown again. It says what the exception is delivery services and to go. So many things will still be open like they were before, but you just go pick it up and then bring it home, or they will deliver it to you. Here's something that I find kind of interesting. It says here, services like cosmetic studios, massage studios, tattoo studios, and similar things will be closed because for this kind of work, you need to be very close to each other, and not a good idea at the moment in order to reach our goal. But it says things that are necessary for a medical reason, such as physical therapy, will still be available. And this is something that seems interesting to me. It says that hair salons, so like barbershops and things like that, will be able to stay open using the current hygiene measures. Also, shops will be open, but you know, with the hygiene rules, they need to make sure that people will also not be waiting in line outside. I don't know how they're gonna do that. Here's another interesting thing to me. Schools and kindergartens will remain open. And it says, but in view of the fact that the numbers are rising, there will be further measures put in place. So the next paragraphs go on to just assure people that for this temporary closure again, that the government is working on a kind of emergency help packet to help businesses financially survive, which I just think is really good to hear. And actually, you know, now that I'm doing YouTube full time and running the Very Unofficial Travel Guides as my business, I definitely think I should try to apply for some of that help as well, right? I mean, what do you guys think? I should, right? It also says, I'm at number 13 already here. It says, also in this pandemic, we want to make sure that the industry of like carpenters and things like that can also continue their work in a safe manner. So there will be further measures provided, I guess. Those are the most interesting points to discuss, at least for me. And like I said, I had to cancel some plans, some things I was looking forward to, and I'm gonna tell you about them now, right after this short commercial break. Did you get one? What was it about? Write it in the comments below. If you follow me here on the Very Unofficial Travel Guides and you've been around for a while, you know that one thing that is sort of different about what I do here compared to a lot of other similar channels is I pay for almost everything I do. I am not sponsored by companies. I don't get flown out to review something and get paid to do it in exchange for making it look as fantastic as possible. I pay for everything. I'm just not one of these people who gets like thrown freebies all the time. When it does happen, I'm very honest about it, but it just doesn't happen to me very often. But recently, it's happened to me twice, and both of those freebies are the things that are gonna be canceled now. So I guess I'm just not supposed to get things for free.
Hi, universe.
So one thing that some of you do know about, because I've definitely talked about it on a video that I uploaded to my Patreon page, that's patreon.com/veryunofficial if you want to see a little bit more behind the scenes, and that is that I was invited by a really awesome theme park here in Germany called Phantasialand. They opened a whole new like area of their park, including a brand new roller coaster and a brand new hotel, and they invited me to come to the like press event for that, and I couldn't do it because I was booked on another cruise. However, they sort of extended an invitation to say, you know, whenever you have time, let us know and we'll see what we can make work out. And so I was planning on going there in November, and of course it's not gonna happen now, but maybe I'll get the chance to go in December. Might be cool as well, even though the weather's gonna be probably even worse than it is today, and today it's not cute. And the second thing is, you guys, I was gonna do a river cruise, yes. And it's another thing where the company got in touch with me and they were like,
Morgan, we've seen your videos, we like what you do. Would you be interested in doing a river cruise, and we'll help you out with that?
and I was like,
Yeah?
you guys know river cruising is so different than ocean cruising, or, you know, like the big cruise ships. River cruises are, you know, about a totally different experience, something that doesn't necessarily or hasn't necessarily appealed to me in the past, but it's something that I wanted to try, and also not only for me, but because I know a lot of you are interested in river cruises, and a lot of you come to Europe to do river cruises here, and you know, this is where I am. So I was, contacted by this company, Plan Tours, and the trip that I had chosen, and Marcus was gonna be able to come with me too. The trip that I had chosen was gonna be on their ship, the MS Lady Diletta. Kind of sounds like a drag queen, doesn't it? So Marcus and I were gonna be hanging out with Lady Diletta, and it was gonna go from Dusseldorf to Königswinter to Rudesheim to Frankfurt to Mainz and back to Dusseldorf on the Rhine River, you know, going through wine country and seeing a lot of these castles and the beautiful scenery down there in that area. and I just got the news today. Not surprising, but I got a text message from my contact there saying, sorry, all the cruises have been canceled. So that's not gonna happen. Well, let's just say it's not gonna happen in November, but if it becomes possible again in December, I don't know. I think that in the winter they stop. I mean, I have the whole catalog here. I should look. We'll see. But that was something that I was looking forward to, and it was going to be another sort of surprise I had planned for you. And now it has been, let's just say, postponed indefinitely. I don't know when. Looking to the future now, knowing that I'm going to be spending a lot of time here in my apartment in the next like 5 weeks, you know, 4.5, 5 weeks. On the one hand, I'm really glad and really thankful that I got the opportunities and I took the opportunities to do some traveling, to see some sites, to get out and about a little bit, not only because that's what because I enjoy it, but because that's what I, use to create the content on the Very Unofficial Travel Guides. And a lot of the times, like let's say during normal times, people watch my videos not only for the entertainment, but also looking for information, looking to see, I might book this ship. What does the ship look like? I might book this resort at Disney. What is that like? I want to ride this ride at Disney. Where is it located? Things like that. Those are questions or, information that I try to give in my videos. And of course, at the moment, a lot of that is gone because so many people are not traveling anywhere. But another thing that's really important to me is becoming, now I realize, more and more important is the entertainment value, because so many people are going to be, even more people now are going to be spending more time at home and looking for ways to stay, sane and entertained and maybe laugh sometimes and maybe reminisce. And so I'm so glad that I got the opportunities to do what I did the last few months, because on the Very Unofficial Travel Guides, there is still going to be a lot of new videos coming. I still have 1 or 2 more videos from the Mein Schiff 1 cruise where we were in that gigantic, unbelievable suite. Then there's going to be some videos from Disneyland Paris, which, by the way, is also closing for the entire month of November, if not indefinitely, actually. Definitely for the month of November. So also France going under lockdown again, a very strict lockdown, I'm sure very similar to this. And I'm sure a lot of the other European countries are going to be following suit at the moment. But so on the Very Unofficial Travel Guides, there's going to be more Disneyland Paris videos coming. And then after that, there's a whole other cruise I did with the MSC Grandiosa, a very big, very shiny, fancy Italian ship with some interesting things that happened on the ship. So I'm looking forward to getting all that stuff online, not only like I said, for people who may be planning some trips in the future, because there will be travel coming again. Not in November, obviously, probably not in December, but maybe starting January, February, and definitely next summer. This is all going to be over by next summer. Isn't it, please? And so I'm looking forward to getting that stuff online, not only to help people with their plans eventually, and a lot of people are going to be watching these videos in the future anyways, but also just so that there's more opportunities out there for people to be entertained and distracted from everything else that's going on right now. And that's the news for today, Friday, October 30th. Yeah, it's Halloween tomorrow.
Yay, Halloween!
I don't know if you guys have seen this, but on my second channel, I also did a Halloween makeup tutorial. So if you want to check that out, like I said, go to Guten Morgen or youtube.com/Guten Morgen and check that out to make the outside of yourself look as awful as maybe the inside is feeling right now. And at the moment, yeah, it really matches. So thanks for hanging out, like I said, and I will see you on Sunday for Sunday Sofa Time. Bye-bye.